After she showed us around her gorgeous greenhouse earlier, Clodagh's putting the fruits of her labour to good use. Apart from singing and getting wafted, what are you making for us, Clodagh?
God, I hope it's rhubarb.
Oh, hello! Yes, I've got a glut of rhubarb in my garden and I do not want to waste it. So I'm doing 3 ways to use up your rhubarb. I'm going to show you how to make a rhubarb syrup, rhubarb and crystallised ginger jam, and wait for it, rhubarb vodka, which I swear I haven't had a drink of yet, even though it looks like I have. I'm just high on life because the sun is shining. So we're going to kick off with the syrup, which is such a gorgeous, refreshing cordial that you can add into sparkling water, or you can jazz it up with Prosecco, whatever you want. You chop your rhubarb into small little pieces like that, which is about 1/2 inch. Pop it into a big casserole dish like this, or a big saucepan, and then you put in caster sugar. Now, it is quite a lot of caster sugar. The reason for that is because you are making a syrup, a sugar syrup, which needs lots of caster sugar. But remember, this does get diluted with sparkling water and everything, so it is essentially a cordial. And then I'm putting in water. We need water in there. And then I'm going to flavour it up with different flavourings. So there's lots of exciting flavours that you can add into this to infuse it. Rose water is my favourite. I'm going to use that one. You can buy it in the supermarkets. It just needs a little bit, so a little bit goes a long way on that. I've got cardamom pods if you want to use that. I wouldn't put them all in at once, just choose one. You could put orange peel into it if you want to, lemon peel into it if you want to, or also fresh mint. And then what you do then is you bring it up to the boil, and you want to keep stirring it until the sugar is completely dissolved. So you give it a stir, and then you go away, and then you come back to it again. Once the sugar is completely dissolved, it takes about 20 minutes to cook completely. You'll see that it all starts coming a lovely pink blush colour. Now, you strain it off through a sieve, and what that will do is it'll hold back all the pulp, but you'll get this beautiful liquid. And then you pop it into a sterilised jar like I have, like this, or you could also pop it into like any leftover bottles or anything like that that you might have at home. But you want to make sure that you sterilise your jar or any vessel that you're using, if it's glass in particular. So what you do is you pop it into the highest heat that your dishwasher will go. Otherwise, you could clean it and then pop it into the oven for 150 degrees Celsius. That's a fan oven for 1 hour, and that will sterilise the jars for it. Make sure your jar is cold, and also what you're putting into it is cold too. And that is how you do it. Then mix it up with a little bit of sparkling water. Oh, it's so refreshing, so delicious. And it will be the gift again that keeps on giving, just like growing anything. Okay, next up is the rhubarb vodka. I'm running right over to that because I'm most excited about. Okay, so in a big jar like this, I've got sugar, not an awful lot of it. I've got rhubarb again, and then I've got the rind of orange inside here. Now, pop it all in here. This is so simple. It literally takes 5 minutes to make. Then you get your vodka. Pour all your vodka into the jar like this, right? And then you close the jar. You could also use gin if you wanted it to. Give it a really good shake. You want to shake up all of that sugar so it's not stuck to the bottom. So turn it upside down. And then you put it into a dark, dry, cool place for about a month, and you need to come shaking it every week. And then it'll turn out like this. This is actually one that I made last year for our wedding, and it all didn't get drunk. Everybody was very focused on the Guinness, I think. And then we're going to top it up with some tonic. Oh, I just have a little taste. Yum! Okay, I'm going to go back to that in a second. And then I'm going to make my jam. So simple to make. I've got my rhubarb all chopped up again. Then I'm putting in jam sugar. Very important to use jam sugar because it's got pectin in it, and it will really help set it. Lemon as well I'm putting in. Lemon juice and the lemon zest. Not only for the flavour, but also for the pectin within the citrus fruit itself, because that will also help it set. And then I've got crystallised ginger. If you can't get crystallised ginger, they do sell it on the supermarkets, but if you can't get it, you could use fresh ginger. Then you toss all that around together and you let it sit for about 2 hours. But make sure you give it a really good rumble and tumble. And then it will come out looking like this guy. And then you pop it over here, bring it up to the boil, and then reduce the heat and let it simmer for 20 minutes and it'll all start to thicken and it will come out looking like this. How good is that? Then you pop it on a scone, a little bit of Clodagh cream. Might pop a little bit more on top of this. And the ginger on this is so good. I'll give you one tip for checking your jam. This is a really granny skill tip. Pop a saucer into a freezer and then take it out of the freezer after about 10 minutes. Pop your jam onto the frozen or the cold saucer, push it back with your finger, and if it stays there, that means your jam is set. And these will all last for at least 6 months in sterilised jars.
How
good are all those stuff? I'm going back to my cocktail.
Everything is a tip.
Is gorgeous.
Everything tastes incredible. I mean, this, the one with the fizzy water.
This is my favourite.
That actually is brilliant as a summer non-alcoholic drink.
A little mocktail,
isn't it?
Loving the vodka. The scones obviously
good?
caused a massive amount of controversy.
We just had a row.
You've done yours is the way that Rosh has done hers, which is a great big layer of cream and then the dollop of jam on top, which is wrong. I've done it the Cornish way here, which is the jam first and the clotted cream on top, which is the right way.
No,
and
it's
only
not.
way to do it. Anything else is wrong.
No,
and the beauty is, this causes such a massive stir
when I
on
saw
the
your
internet.
Instagram yesterday.
But the thing is,
tweet us here. Are you on top or are you on bottom? If you're a jam?
no. Well, cream definitely on top. But you can row as much as you like because you can't contact me. I mean, I can't see it.
I can though.
I won't see it.
I replied to you.
I won't see it. So say what you like. This is just stunning. Love it. Thank you, Clodagh.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
That is a beautiful garden. For details of today's recipe and more delicious ideas from our chefs, download the free This Morning app.